Okay, we're here. Hello, hello. Welcome,
Hi, guys.
welcome. It is Thursday Night Live, and it's Mother's Day Live. So, in honor of Mother's Day, I have everybody's most requested guest here with us today.
I'm honored.
Welcome. Hi, Effie. How are you? Effie said, I think I might be the first one here. Well, that's okay because I think you're probably. I feel like she should just be like inducted into our family already.
Yes. Effie's always the first one there. She's on there before I get on there.
I was
every
gonna
week.
say it's usually she's the first one on there because it's usually you. And now you're not on there because you're here.
I'm here.
So welcome, welcome. This is Jenna's Picks Live, and it is Mother's Day edition. So I figured instead of it being Jenna's Picks, we would have it be Sharon's Picks. Right?
Good idea.
And I get to do less work. So I'm like all about this. Like I love this plan because I'm like, okay, I get to sit back and then she just gets to explain everything. But we have some fun surprises. You started seeing stuff while I was setting up and I was like, stop looking. She starts telling me about the stuff that she brought. I'm like, don't tell me because then we have nothing to talk about when we're live. So I was like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. I know what products are going to be on the live because
You know what I use.
Well, I know. Actually, the hardest part of this whole live was not including the stuff that I put on last week for not last week, but my birthday live.
That was the hardest part of Sharon's picks because a lot of the stuff that I wear, you wear. And I'm like,
Jenna's
all right,
picks.
what doesn't she wear that I wear?
So that was the thing. I was
It's
like,
not high heels.
Right. No, definitely not heels. But when I was going through it, I was like, oh, like the hair bands. Like we always do and I was like, no, I just did that. And it's like, oh, the workout shoot. No, we both use that and I've already done that. So we had to come up with stuff that was Sharon's picks and Sharon's picks alone because so many of you guys asked me questions about her anyway and like, what is she use for this? What is she use for this? So that's what we did tonight this is
Full
all
disclosure.
you.
Any questions?
Yes, any questions? I was going to say we are open books, but this isn't really about me. And I love this live because, like I said, I get to do less work. So Elaine is here. Welcome, welcome. Tracy is here. Amy, Cindy. Hello, hello. Looking forward to seeing you two share tonight. Hi, Robin. Robin, are you working?
Hi, Robin. Robin, Effie, all my friends.
Yep, everybody's here. So actually, we took last week off. As you guys know, I have been like very ill. You don't even know the extent of it because I haven't even.
I left you after you were diagnosed.
I know, but then I usually talk to her every day. So you obviously knew there was a problem because I wasn't like calling you. So I have been on different antibiotics. I developed another situation, complications because you guys know I have Crohn's disease. So the antibiotic inflamed something else. And so now I'm on a different antibiotic. And today, so you haven't actually seen a change because today I actually ate like a normal human. But this afternoon was the first time I've had a full meal in a week.
When I left you, you weren't eating at all.
Right, so I haven't.
And you weren't speaking except screaming at Juji. So that was the state that I left you in.
Well, the throat.
And the same state that I came back to.
Well, no, the throat pain has subsided. But I haven't been able to like actually have an appetite and actually eat. I've been literally crawling my way through the week. So thank you guys for keeping with me this week, even though I wasn't here for you guys last week because I literally was collapsed in bed and I didn't emerge really until like this week. I mean, as a mom, you don't really get sick days, as I know now. Right. But yeah, it's been like so crazy. And so hopefully I'm on the upswing. Like I said, I had an appetite today. So it was the first time I actually ate like a full meal and I wasn't like nauseated by it. And then I had dinner today too.
Right.
So I'm back to my full eating schedule. I was actually hoping that the not eating was going to last through till we go to Italy, but that didn't happen. So I'm back to eating.
Talking about no.
I'm back to eating, you guys.
She can go 2 days. You have to see her before she does a camera shoot. She's like, oh, I'm going to dehydrate. I'm going to look great.
I know.
And she's like, all right, I can't count the days. Okay, it's today. Camera. As soon as she finishes her shoot, it's like,
yeah,
I need something. Where are the chips? Where are the pretzels?
It's so bad. And listen, your girl likes to eat, so I have to manage it. I have to manage it. I know I'm going to be doing a lot of eating in Italy, so I'm actually
Oh,
On the flip
Italy.
side, I'm happy that my appetite came back because I was getting a little worried. Like, what if I feel like this in Italy?
I wasn't worried about you. You've been eating since you came out of me.
I know, but I did have that thing where I was like, I really am not like I don't want to eat, and I'm never like that. So I was getting a little worried. Like, what's this? How long is this gonna last? So I'm glad I'm on the up and up. I was hoping to get a few more days of not eating in my system.
I'm sure you guys have noticed all the pictures that you see of my granddaughter. She's constantly got something in her hand.
Juliet,
whether it
yes.
be a snack or a fruit. She's has to have something in her hand.
Well, Ula knows. Hi,
My
Ula.
mom.
Ula's
Hi,
on the
Ula.
live.
I didn't see you today at
And
the school.
she's always commenting on how Juliet never turns down food.
Never turns that. If you could offer her a piece of lettuce and she'll say, "I'll taste
She
that."
literally eats plain lettuce. Today she was eating cucumbers for breakfast and then subsequently threw it up all over my car. Did I even tell you that?
No,
Yeah, so the outfit that you saw her in was
the second one.
yes, that was I drive around with a bag of clothes in the back of my car that one of my friends gave me
Thank
from
you,
her
Abby.
daughter. Yeah, thank you, Abby. And so I'm slowly getting through the clothes because every time she throws up in the car, and it's not because she's sick. She just like I don't know if she overeats or she just gets car sick or whatever. But yeah, it was like
Either one.
cucumbers all over her, and she was in like such a cute Janie and Jack shirt too today.
Didn't see it.
You'll never see it because this is the
It's
outfit
gone?
this is the outfit that I bought her for Hanukkah, and then we didn't do Hanukkah this year. And then she wore it for Easter, and I was going to put her in it for Passover, but it was too.
We did Hanukkah.
No, we didn't. You weren't here. You did it with Dana and Justin.
Did we do it the week before? I know I was here with Clifton and Taylor.
No, not for Hanukkah. For Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Remember?
I gave them their Hanukkah gifts on Thanksgiving. That's right.
Yeah.
They don't know the difference. I could give it to
know.
them in July. It doesn't matter.
Cooper told me Christmas is coming soon. I'm like, listen, you're not getting another toy.
Christmas is coming. Not
He's
right
like,
away, but Christmas is
We're
coming.
in Walmart, and that's his like favorite store. Walmart, and he's like, I take a picture of this. Christmas is coming soon. I'm like, no, I'll take a picture of it, but Christmas is not coming soon.
Oh my God, I got a funny story for you guys. So, my youngest one, Taylor, her soon-to-be fiance, Clifton.
You're not
works-
supposed to say that. She's on the live.
Okay. Well, it's no
We all
secret.
know-
If you
we
saw
all
them
know-
together, you know that they were meant to be together. They'll be getting engaged at some point.
And if you met Clifton, you would be like,
exactly.
he needs to be part of my family.
Yeah, my husband would give me up and marry Clifton. And then a friend of his met Clifton and said, "Oh my God, I will give Debbie up and marry Clifton." So apparently Clifton
Well,
is
if
very
Taylor's
popular.
watching, that means Clifton's probably watching too, and we're probably on the big screen. So, hi Tay, hi Clifton.
Hi.
But
Anyway, so Clifton works for Walmart Corporation. And, obviously Cooper is all about Walmart,
All
but
about
he calls it Walmart. And I wanted early on Clifton to see, to appreciate how Cooper's right on board with Walmart. So I said, "Tell Clifton, what is your favorite store?" And he says, Target.
I mean, from the mouths of babes, right?
Yes,
As
that's
soon
what
as
they
you
say.
want them to
Hey,
say
Tom.
something, they don't. So you guys can't see because we're sitting down, but I don't know I think I have it just where you can't see. But I got new stools for the studio because I had a guest tonight. So I spent an hour putting them together.
Taco's stool. He's earned it.
Correct. But I spent an hour by myself and an Allen wrench putting these together. I have a blister
Which is
on my
why
finger.
I'm not moving. You see how still I'm sitting, right?
There are 2 screws that wouldn't go in. So if we collapse tonight, we should have gotten these from Walmart. That's what I'm gonna say, because we might collapse. Probably me more than you because I actually ate today. By the way,
I ate. Your daughter asked me for half my food, remember?
right. Okay, so we got a lot of questions coming in, and they are mostly.
I hope they're not hard. I do not.
I
do
know
well on
it.
tests.
I already knew what they were going to be, but we do have a lot of people that want to ask you questions, and mainly
Where
we
are
were
the
just talking about
questions?
eating.
Oh, they come up there.
Yeah, I got
Okay,
them.
well, that's
I already
really,
know.
really tiny. I can't read that.
Okay, well, before we get into that, Effie wants to know, what about poor Greg?
What about poor Greg? Poor Greg is sleeping upstairs.
No,
Where's the baby monitor?
Oh, he has it.
Oh,
This is our girls' night tonight. No baby monitor, no cares, no
I
problems.
thought I was going to be making a run upstairs when she starts screaming.
But she wants to know, what about Greg, because you've just been talking about how amazing Clifton is.
Oh, I'm always. I mean, listen. I would say I'm Greg's biggest fan. But,
I think so too.
Jen is his biggest fan. All I can tell you guys, I use this example, and I'm going to say it again. When the ship goes down, I'm jumping into Greg's boat. In
Okay.
fact, my husband said when the ship goes down, he's jumping into Greg's
And
boat.
so did my brother's wife, and Justin was not happy about that.
What about my boat?
They were married for like a year,
Right,
like less
exactly,
than a year.
yes. That's
We had this conversation. She was like, "No, I'd rather be on the boat with Greg." And I mean, it's literally no question. I feel like everybody on this live would pick Greg to be in a boat with too.
Can I just say that a couple of years ago when there was a storm and nobody on the block had power, all the power was out. It was the summer. It was hot and no TV, obviously. Greg went outside. Jen says, "Where are you going?" Running back and forth, back and forth. He's soaking wet. He's pulling like remnants from the garage of metals.
Listen,
and
he has tools.
Yeah.
And he knows how to use them.
He's outside. He's throwing things in the ground. He comes back in. Nope. The block is completely dark. Jenna has lights, air conditioning, and they're watching TV.
I literally forgot about that story, but it is so. I mean,
Was that the other house?
it's so Greg. Yes, I think that was the other house.
I remember that.
Yeah, he's. I mean, what did you used to call him? MacGyver. That was
right. I
his
don't.
nickname.
Well, now I'm dating myself. If you guys.
Well, you're
ever
not
watched
dating yourself. This is your crowd here. These are your women.
MacGyver. I never really watched the show, but I knew what the show was about. That was Greg. He was MacGyver. I always said if we were stuck on an island, I would have Greg build all the huts. I would decorate them.
Well, there you go. And I actually, you probably didn't even see, but I put up a reel all about you when you were putting the kids up for bed because I was supposed to do it today and I forgot to do it. Just like to promote the slide, but it was a Mother's Day reel. And there were a lot of pictures of you decorating my house in it.
Okay, good. But you don't have the one of me on a 34-foot extension ladder painting my house.
That was before smartphones.
What was I dancing to? Usher, right?
No,
What was it? I was with the paintbrush. 34-foot extension ladder. We had cathedral
Was it in the
ceilings.
club? No, it wasn't in the club. Yeah, it was.
It was with Ludacris, wasn't it?
It wasn't 50 Cent in the club.
No.
It was around that time because I know I was going to a school dance. I remember that and I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Taylor's on, so she might remember. What was that? Greg should go on Survivor. You're right, Effie. Honestly, I would not put it past him. He would 100% survive on that show.
I would feel bad for the other contestants if Greg was on.
100%. Like, he will figure out how to survive.
Right over you.
Yeah. He will figure out how to survive in any situation for sure. Nelly, hot in here.
That's what it was.
Good call, Taylor. So my sister's on too. Hi, Tay. We got to get her in here at some point.
That's what I told her.
But I don't have a third stool, so you have to either stand in the back or come on a day that Mom's not here.
Yeah, come on a day that Mom's not here.
Okay.
But I told Taylor she has to speak.
She works now, so she's a professional. She doesn't work at night. So we do have to get her here, though.
She's a split personality. She's a professional. And then when you got her in a social situation, listen.
Mm-hmm. Where is that going? Because Taylor is like an introverted extrovert, right? Do you think?
I've seen pictures of Taylor and her friends. They have fun.
You're an extroverted introvert, or vice versa.
Okay.
Cindy said that she Christina said that she used to watch MacGyver.
Oh, okay. So then you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so we do have a lot of questions coming in, and we also have, like I said, Sharon's picks, and I think that a lot of her picks are going to be part of the questions that you guys are asking. So we will be reminiscing, we'll be doing Q&As, we'll be doing products, and as always, everything that I have, or that my mom has for Sharon's picks, is linked in the description for this YouTube video. So I'm just going to go and show you guys the screen share first, so you guys can see. Hello, that's my website.
By the way, the stuff that I use, I've been using for years.
Yes, we will talk all about that. So you guys know how to get to my Like to Know It. You can start on my Instagram and get it this way. Go right to my links here. And then it brings you to follow the link. It brings you to the Who Be page and you can go right to my Like to Know It. Or you can go from my website and go to my products. You can find my belt, which my mom's actually wearing tonight. They can't see you right now.
Oh.
And
they can't see me?
No.
Okay.
And my picks, and you can find the LTK shop right here. So you can see on the screen what they can see.
Oh, okay.
So everything is linked in my Like to Know It. All of the products that we're going to be talking about today are listed right here. And of course, we'll talk about any other products that you
Look
guys
at that. I don't
want
even
to
have
know.
to do the live. Guys, you have my life right there in print.
Exactly. Well, see, most influencers stop there. They just like link everything and they're like, here are my favorite things. But we go the extra mile here and we do the live and we explain it all to you in depth, ad nauseum, but we do it fun. And I think
She
everybody
says
likes
we
it.
do the live like it's a job. She's sitting here conversing with her friends.
I know. It's also like we do the live as if I have somebody else always doing it with me. It's like, it's.
Well,
For
we're
now,
all
I do.
doing it with you.
That's true. We're
we
all
do
in
the
this
live,
together.
We
Okay.
do the live.
So, would Jenna's dad do a live? He seems like he would do a live.
You know what? You could probably
No.
get him to do it. I don't know. He's
No.
kind of like Taylor. Wouldn't you say Taylor takes
Yes,
after him?
I think they have very similar personality.
Yeah,
Like
they're
it would not.
professional when they're professional, and in a social situation, they are very sociable.
But this is not their thing. Like they would never. Like you.
This is not my thing either.
I know, but like you're comfortable.
What did I say I'd rather be doing? When Greg said goodnight to me, what did I say?
Well, don't tell everyone you'd rather be doing laundry than talking.
He
to
said
them.
good luck, and no, don't take it the wrong way. I just said I'm more comfortable doing the laundry and vacuuming the kitchen.
Well, yeah, more comfortable. That's true.
That's my thing.
And I said, same here. And she said, I find that hard to
believe.
believe. And she's right. I absolutely hate doing laundry. I would much rather be doing this for sure. Vacuuming, fine. Laundry, no. Okay, so we need a meet and greet. Robin, I'm working on it.
Are you?
I am. I have some ideas and I've been talking to some people, some companies, and we're going to be doing a meet and greet. And I'm hoping it's going to be sometime in the summer, but I want to make sure that you're not flying and that everybody who wants to come can come. So
Look, we're all here.
Queso and Taco decide to fight in
Cat
the
fight.
cords. All right, stop it. Okay, so what do we have question-wise so far? Let's see. I have the questions from Instagram. If you guys wrote in your questions, I have all of those as well from Instagram and Facebook. Let's see. Okay, Sharon, be honest. Do you eat? Effie wants to know. Okay, so we're starting with the hard-hitting questions.
Okay.
Somebody, I think, was it Effie? Effie, was it you who said on Instagram, we need to know Sharon's diet secrets? And I was like, you really don't need to know those.
Do I eat? I eat. I don't know if you'd call it food, but I call it food. Yes, I do eat. I don't eat 3 square meals a day.
You're more of a snacker.
I'm definitely a snacker. I'll give you an example. Morning I wake up, I put my coffee on. And I think you actually discussed this, and I talk myself into going to the gym. I'm wearing my stuff, I'm
Yes.
on my way, and the whole time in my mind I'm thinking, I don't want to go today. But I keep saying to myself, because it's baby steps, I keep saying to myself, I'll get on the treadmill and I'll see where it leads me. Once I'm in there, I'm on the treadmill and doing my workouts, so it doesn't matter. So first thing I do is I don't want to eat, because for me, unlike other people, I prefer to do a run fasting. And that way, after I finish my workout, you have that 20-minute fast burn.
Yes.
And that's when I shove everything into my face. So that's when, while I'm mixing up I like yogurt with granola and Cheerios in it. I know it sounds like a mess, and Greg gets grossed out by it.
Oh my God, Dad's on. Hi, Dad.
Is
You okay?
You were requested, Brian.
Listen, if my dad can figure out how to comment on YouTube, so can all of you who are watching who can't figure it out. There are so many people who watch from my old lives, and they're like, I watch you every week, but I don't know how to comment. I can't figure it out. So I keep trying to help you guys. Shout out Flo.
Don't make fun of them. That's me.
And no, I'm not. I'm trying to help you, but I'm saying if my dad can figure it out, so can you. So we will get to the bottom of it. But hi, Dad. Yeah, you were. Who's Brian? Is that Jenna's dad? Jenna's brother? No, Brian is my dad, and
My husband.
you were just asked about, Dad. That somebody just asked if you were
requested.
going to be doing the live with
You
us
could
at
be in
some
my
point
seat.
too. We should do that. Okay,
So what I was saying is, I like that 20-minute. What is it? Where your metabolism is going right after I finish working out. And I'm sure a lot of you are surprised to hear this, but while I'm mixing up my yogurt and throwing in my Cheerios and
Apple?
Putting my granola on top. No, I eat that. I throw the apple in there if I'm eating that for dinner because that's heavier. I'm also munching on pretzels, a piece of bran muffin, whatever.
She really takes that 20-minute window like very seriously. So
Listen,
when I
it's
make
free.
her go to the gym with me, she has an actual problem going to a luxury, what would you call Lifetime? Like a luxury
The cafe?
like sports club. No, because you're like, it's too far away. By the time I get home, I've missed my whole window.
Right, so I pack my yogurt in my backpack, and I do the same thing. I go to the gym with my husband on the weekends, and he says to me, all right, well, right from the gym, we'll go to Stop and Shop, and we'll do our shopping. And I'm like,
I missed my 20-minute window. I missed my 20-minute window.
Eat. That's like my free period. I need to eat. So sometimes I have to take the yogurt with me, or sometimes we stop back at the house and then we go because I am not giving up that 20 minutes.
So what would you say are your like biggest like food, like your biggest foods that you eat like all the time? Like not biggest, but you know, like your most popular foods.
My Greek yogurt, Cheerios, and I'm going to tell you how I shortcut my breakfast with my Cheerios.
You heard it here. There's secrets.
Cheerios will tell, any cereal, they'll tell you on the package. You have the calorie count for the Cheerios or for the cereal, and then you have the calorie count with the milk. Why bother wasting the calories on the milk when I'm having it with a cup of coffee? So I pour my Cheerios in the bowl. She knows this already. And then I pour my coffee on top of my Cheerios because I like it light and sweet anyway.
Like, honestly,
skip a step. Save the calories, and it's fine.
It's honestly a genius, like, move, because if you drink coffee the way we drink it, which you guys have probably seen, my coffee cup is, like, mostly milk, that is pretty genius, except that it's hot.
So what?
So then it's kind of like, oh,
it works well. No, it works well in the winter.
I don't know. I like the cold milk in cereal, but I'm with you with everything else. Maybe like an iced coffee, like throw some ice cubes in there.
I've done that too. Eggs. I'm not opposed to whole eggs, but again, egg whites are only 15 or 16 calories. Why would I go for the whole egg? So I have the egg whites. I'll make an egg white omelet, and I never skimp on two things: my cheese and my salad dressing. I don't I don't like fat-free cheese or fat-free salad dressing. If I'm going for the cheese and the salad dressing, I'm going all in.
And you're always going for cheese and salad dressing. And we should also probably mention you're a vegetarian.
That's what people say I am.
You don't eat meat.
I don't eat meat, chicken, or fish, and I haven't for years. But I don't
just because you don't like it, though, not because of a dietary.
I have food issues as a kid. Once I found out that it was from live animals, and I love my animals, I had a problem with that. Also, the texture.
It just like stuck in your head.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is,
I did try to eat a veggie burger, and
that's true. It was a texture thing because,
and I was like, I can't eat this. I could feel what I call the fat granules.
Fat granules, she called them.
I can feel the fat granules on my tongue and in my mouth. It feels like the chopped meat. I can't eat it.
So we should mention that because people are going to be like, she only eats yogurt, but you're eating things that are nutritious. Like Greek yogurt has a ton of vitamins, a ton of protein, a ton of that stuff. And your granola, you always get the protein granola.
Well, Dad does. I get whatever he gets.
Yeah. And egg whites, because you don't eat the yolk.
Right.
And then the cheese and stuff. So you are getting the, like...
I love salads. Stuff. If I'm going to make a salad, if I'm going to eat salad, I definitely prefer my own salad over the restaurant salad.
Which is so crazy. What about you guys? I feel like whenever I make a salad at home, it is never as good. Like, I need a restaurant salad or... No, it's not that. Like, you used to make us salads so we ate as a family.
I've changed it up since then, too.
We ate as a family every night, and we each had a salad in a bowl.
I made the big salad.
Before we
And Justin used to say, I'm not eating the salad, just give me the food.
Before we ate the dinner, there was the salad. And I was always like, ugh, like the salad. Because, you know me, I'm like ready for the food too. But I just feel like if I got a salad as an appetizer at a restaurant, I would be like, ooh, yay. Like, this is cool. But like when I make it myself, it's just like not as good. What do you guys think? Because that's how I feel. Oh, Effie said, what do you eat at a nice steakhouse? Do you eat a salad?
So we were just at a nice steakhouse for your birthday,
and
right?
one of you guys saw me. Who was it? I can't remember, but one of you guys saw me there. And when you guys see me, side note, you
come
have
over.
to say hi to me because I don't know, like I know you guys by name, but I don't know what you look like. So somebody saw me getting my eyebrows done the other day.
Oh my God.
And
By the way, they look good. They're not
right?
as dark. Yeah.
And this is only 3 days after.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna like, do a Latin dance.
Yeah. No, I knew that it was gonna be good once I like waited a few days. But anyway, so she was like, "Oh, I didn't know if it was you. I saw you getting in your car, but I didn't want to be like a crazy person and coming up to you. But please come up and say hi to me because I love seeing you guys." And it's so much more fun when I get to actually say hi to you instead of like getting a message being like, I saw you, because I want to be able to interact with you guys in real life.
That's how I met Ula. She came up to
Right,
me.
right.
She came up to me in the school playground, and she said to me, "Are you Jenna's mom?" And then I knew just by saying, "Are you Jenna's mom?" She didn't say, "Are you Cooper's grandma?" I'm like, "Oh my God, somebody recognized me."
But of course, she doesn't look like I look like at school pickup. So, I mean, she always looks like this at school pickup. So you'd obviously recognize
except
her.
in the summer, I'm in a ponytail, and
So
I'm probably in flats in the summer.
Effie says she'll make you some lamb. No. She had a whole lamb on a spit for Greek Easter. Effie, I saw that picture.
God.
And I was like,
Grossed out?
Well, I was like, I can't look at this because I'm pretty sure that's probably a pig. Although I should have known that you were Greek and it would be lamb. But I was like, I cannot look at this. I cannot look at this. I like to eat meat, but not think about
That's
anything.
what happened in Hawaii when we went to the luau.
Same.
We actually got the table that was the furthest away from the what is it, a spit?
I know you would, Robin.
Why?
If I saw you, I would definitely come up to you too. I know what Robin looks like. And we're gonna do a meet and greet, so I will definitely see you guys.
Can we just get back to the salad? Tell me what you think about this.
Okay.
So
yeah, somebody wants to know what do you put in your salads?
Okay, so I do like romaine lettuce. I like the lighter. I don't like bitter lettuce. So I do like romaine lettuce, and I do like my pieces small.
So like already we differ because I like romaine lettuce, but if I'm eating a salad,
I'm saying I like romaine.
No,
lettuce.
I know, but I'm saying if I'm eating a salad and I'm like forcing myself to eat healthy, I'm like, give me the lettuce that tastes terrible because I know that it's better for you, and that's my problem.
This is the lettuce that was better for me.
No,
I
like
grew
the
up
super
on
greens.
I grew up on iceberg lettuce.
I know, but the romaine's not even a healthy lettuce anymore. It's the super green thing. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. So like already I have a knock against me because I'm already making my salad something that I don't like.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm diagnosing my problem and maybe your problem too.
Right. So, and I actually like the taste of lettuce where a lot of people use it as a filler. So, romaine lettuce, black beans. I buy the Goya beans and I wash them off because they're in that sticky sauce. Lettuce, black beans, love avocado. Because of the avocado, I don't need salad dressing, and I'll tell you why after. So I make sure that the avocado is ripe.
Something sounds like this is going to get disgusting.
Not for me anyway. I'm not a cucumber person because I don't like the seeds that fall out. Same thing with tomatoes. I love tomatoes, but I make sure I buy the meaty tomatoes because I don't like the little seeds that fall out of it. And as I'm slicing and dicing it, the little seeds that come out, I take a paper towel and push them away. So I have the tomatoes in there. Love red bell peppers. I put those in there as well.
It's a pretty packed salad.
Red onion and feta cheese.
I mean, that's a pretty packed salad.
Yes.
Although I would still need chicken.
And the taste of the beans with the feta cheese and the onions.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like a bean salad.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. And if it were the summertime, like when it gets warmer, I throw mango in there. The sweet from the fruit and the salty from the salt from the feta tastes so good.
You also love
together.
a watermelon salad too.
Yes, I would throw that in there as well.
So I mean so you're talking about like a lot of. I mean, you're getting protein also from the cheese and the
that's
beans
a big
and everything
salad.
too. Yeah.
And Dad eats the same one. The only thing is I make grilled chicken and
Right.
I slice up the chicken and I put that in there. So because the avocado is so ripe and I have it cut in tiny pieces, when I'm eating it, it's almost like it's becoming creamy already. It's like an avocado dressing. I don't even need to put dressing on it.
Yeah, you do some weird thing though. Don't you put water in it?
The only time I put water in my salad is sometimes in the restaurant. The lettuce that they give you is very, very dry, and I don't like that. So I'll take from the straw, and I'll put it in the water in and moisten it up a little bit.
Okay, so that's the salad.
Yes.
Robin said she'll make you a brisket, and Taylor said my mom makes the best brisket for Jewish holidays. She just doesn't eat it. That is true. We all have learned how to make the brisket at this point.
Yeah, and that's a big deal to be able to cook and not actually eat.
That's true.
What you've cooked.
She's
made
always cooked.
all the holiday dinners, and I used to make dinner every single night.
Mm-hmm.
I won't taste the meat, but I'll always taste the
like
seasoning.
The sauce and stuff,
yes.
Yeah.
Or remember, I would call you guys. Who's going to be the taste tester?
I love being a
They'd
taste
come
tester.
running down the stairs. Jenna was always the first one, but Taylor would come down if it were the chicken and the consomme with the vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like
that she
that
ran
one.
down for.
All right, so that is food, and should we talk about drink?
So I don't drink, and I never drank.
I wasn't even talking about alcohol because I didn't even think that people would think that, but yes, you guys know I'm a mocktail queen, and
I don't even drink mocktails.
What do you drink? What's your drink of choice? Don't
Diet,
even act like you're thinking about it.
Ask Cooper. Diet Coke is my drink of choice. I know it's bad for you, and Coke products are bad for your teeth. They discolor them. I drink through a straw. Bypasses the teeth, goes right down the throat.
Right. So, Diet Coke and coffee, basically.
Yeah, I just have my caffeine coffee, my cup, and my refill, which
and
I have together, and I'm going to show you guys how.
Yeah, I was going to say, it brings us right to our first Sharon's pick. Yeah, go grab it.
Here we go.
So, my mom is a basic B at this point. She finally got on the Stanley bandwagon. It's actually
thanks to Dana and Justin. It's made for a left-handed person.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, I think you're supposed to see the Stanley. It's like when I close my computer where the Apple logo is. But yeah, I mean, then you would be able to see it.
Yes.
I almost got really excited.
My daughter-in-law and my son bought this for me. And actually, funny story.
Dad said I eat and drink for both of us. That's true.
So she asked me if I knew what a Stanley Cup was. And I don't play sports.
Sports?
Yeah, I don't play sports. Well, you'll hear why.
Okay.
But for some reason, I knew this when she said, do you know what the Stanley Cup is? What a Stanley Cup is? And I said, isn't that the trophy that they give you when you're a hockey player? And she said, what?
This is my mom not like being on Instagram and like knowing how viral the Stanley Cup has been for the past 2 years.
Until Taylor sent me that, is that considered a meme? Those little short films? Like the woman getting into her car with the trash can.
It's like
and they called it a Stanley Cup because it's so big. So yes, this is one of my prized possessions. So instead of me making my cup of coffee,
I almost didn't want to link this because I'm like, everybody knows what a Stanley Cup is at this point.
You won't find me without it.
But she literally has this attached to her, and she actually she pleaded her case with me as to why she needed this on the live. So tell everybody your explanation.
Okay. So as I said in the morning, get up. I'm going to go to the gym, talking myself into it while I make my coffee. But I make enough coffee so that it's my cup, my first cup, and my refill. I put them both in here, and I take this with me to the gym so I don't have to wait and have my coffee before I go to the gym. I actually have it in the gym. This Stanley Cup will have me drinking those 2 cups of coffee till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, still hot.
Okay, well, so if there was ever an advertisement, it's this. And Effie said, I find the Stanley Cups so heavy. I totally agree. I got one last Christmas, and I could not use it.
You said it didn't fit in your cup holder.
It does. It didn't.
One does.
No, I had to buy a separate cup holder. It does not fit in the Range Rover cup holder.
They may have changed it.
And it didn't have a handle on it, so I had to put my own handle on it. And it just, like, if it turns over, it leaks. And, like, my crap is always everywhere because I'm holding everybody's stuff, and it was so heavy. I was like, this is ridiculous. I hold 3 people's water bottles on me at all times. I cannot hold this cup anymore. So you guys know on my Jenna's Picks Live for my birthday, I showed you guys the water bottle that I use, and that's like, if it falls over in the car, it's not going to open. But this was just like, it's good for you, but it's not good for like
what
a
is
mom.
the cup that I use in the winter for
a Yeti?
I love my Yeti.
The Yeti is good too.
But that I have a hard time getting in the cup holder.
Yeah, because this is like made for the cup holder. I also don't like this shape. Like, I want this cup to be fully slender.
Okay,
I don't feel comfortable with the shape.
In the treadmill, and it needs to fit in the cup holder. It won't
Yeah.
spill if it's in the cup
I don't
holder.
know.
So this is definitely my prized possession, and they come in colors. And if you're like a girly girl, they actually make straws with decorations on them. Whatever your hobby is, you know. I'm
Effie
not
wants
one
to
of
know
those
if you
people.
drink water.
So you want to answer that? What
What
do I
is-
say at the restaurant when the waiter comes over and he's about to pour the water in my glass?
What do you say? You don't say I'm allergic to water. What do you
No,
say?
I say, I, I don't do water.
Yeah, I don't do water.
I don't do water, and I turn the glass upside down.
Like, who doesn't do water? It's like, doesn't make any sense. But she's getting water from the Diet Coke and the coffee, but she
That's right.
will not drink plain water.
Doctor told me, doesn't care what I drink as long as I'm drinking.
Yeah, because you're so far gone. It doesn't mean that it's healthy. It just means that, like,
He gave up.
yes, like the compromise is as long as you're drinking 5 cups of coffee a day, then, like, you're getting the water in it.
Right. Well, he totally gave up on me. Now he just takes my blood pressure. He used to fight with me and say, you need to get on the scale. I don't do scales.
She's literally the only person I know who's never gotten on the scale at a doctor's office. Like,
I don't
will
do
not do
scales.
it, and they're fine with it.
Yeah, I just said to them, okay, do I look like I'm malnourished? Do I look like I eat too much? Well, then I don't have to get on the scale. Finally, at this point, after what? How many years? I'm using the same doctor for what, 30
yeah.
years? Now, when I come in, he just says to me, just tell me what you want me to put down for your weight.
I'll just take your word for it. Effie said, I try not to use straws anymore because they wrinkle around my mouth. You
That
should have
is-
brought the thing that I bought you.
Yes. So, Jenna bought me a gift. Was it from you and Taylor, or just you, that one?
I think it was just for me.
Okay.
It was like a little addendum to the birthday gift that we bought you together.
Right. And it actually is a perfect straw for the time that I needed it, because I had actually hurt my mouth.
Oh, you used
remember?
it?
Yes, because, right. Okay.
So it's a straw that like goes in your mouth that kind of looks like a retainer.
It looks like a harmonica that's rounded, and you put it in your mouth. And
like
all
a denture kind of, right?
Yes, and all you have to do is inhale, go, and the coffee comes up and goes down your throat.
So you
Don't
don't
even have to
actually
pucker
have
up.
to pucker and use the straw.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a straw, I can link it, but it's a little goofy, but
But you are right about that. And
she's obsessed with drinking it from a straw anyway. So like drinking everything from a straw because of teeth staining. So I was like, this is kind of a good gift.
yeah, my teeth are more important to me.
Christina said, I used to drink water, or that's all I drink is water. I used to drink Diet Pepsi, would go to Dunkin' Donuts and ask for a cup of ice and would pour my Diet Pepsi in it. And now I just drink water. Yeah, I was at Dunkin' Donuts yesterday, and so Ula came over with her son and Cooper are friends, and we're
Adam.
like, putting Juliet in there too. And so she came over with a box of donuts. And so then the next day, I went to Dunkin' Donuts to get a coffee, and Juliet was like, I want a donut. And I was like, we have a box of donuts in the house. I'm not getting you a donut. So this was going on, and they know me in Dunkin' Donuts because I'm there all the time. And she was like, the woman behind the counter was like, do you want to get her like, do you want me to give her like a munchkin? I was like, fine, just give her like a little munchkin.
And I'm sure she didn't
buy
turn
me a
it
donut.
down.
No, she didn't. And then as I'm walking out, I was like, I'm like walking out with my coffee, and I was like, I don't understand. We have a whole box of donuts at home, but she needs the one in the store. And the woman's looking at me, and I was like, I have coffee at home too, but I'm here because I need the one from the store. And it's like, that's the same thing as the salad. I'm like, it tastes better when somebody else makes it for me, and I will pay for that.
That's because she didn't make the mess. You don't have to clean it up.
Exactly. And I don't know, it just tastes better. Effie said, all I drink is water too. 66 ounces a day and
Good
1
for
cup
you
of
guys.
coffee.
It's a great thing. My whole family drinks a lot of water. Jenny used to walk around with that jug. That
I try.
jug.
I don't, but I try to drink more, which is why I bought that other water bottle.
I just, the only time I actually drank water is when we used to go to Cabo.
Taylor said that is not recommended, by the way, just so everyone knows. I know nothing here regarding her diet situation is recommended.
Nothing. Even my skin stuff.
Effie said, good idea. I'm not getting on the scale anymore either. We're starting a revolution.
Yeah, just say, I don't do scales.
Like, why do they really have to know your weight, though?
They
Like,
don't have
honestly,
to know
they
your
don't
weight.
have to.
The only time I can see them having to know your weight is if all of a sudden,
there's a weight loss or a weight
Yes.
gain, or I agree. I mean,
because
weight,
that's a symptom of something.
and it doesn't weight your weight doesn't tell you anything having to do with anything on the inside of you, your body mass, your fat, like nothing. So for them to like need to write down an arbitrary number, I think it's just to
Body
keep a
mass.
history.
Do you remember what happened to me at the gym?
I think it's just to keep a history of like, so that we can see if there's like, you know, a big weight fluctuation.
Right.
But you would know that anyway. And like, why would you be hiding that from your doctor? So,
Obviously, yes. So
yeah. My mom was told at the gym that she was obese by those like BMI, like
so of course,
fat, like skin grabbers.
right. So this was like years ago. The kids were younger. I'm gonna say.
By the way, I don't think we're
maybe-
gonna get to many of our
Wait.
picks because
I'm gonna say you were probably at the time 14 years old. I don't know. And they had a new girl working there, and someone was training her, and he said, "All right, well, take her BMI," and it was, you know, that little pincher thing, and I'm like, "Do I have to do this? Okay, fine, do this."
Miss, I never get on the scale is like, sure,
Okay.
take my BMI.
No, I really didn't. I'm like, "Do I have to? Okay, fine, I'll do this," because I was a new member, so they needed to do this.
Oh.
So I'm like, "Okay, fine, just do it." So she does it, and she writes it down. She says, "You know, this puts you in the obese category." And I looked at her, and I'm thinking to myself,
That's all she
this
needs.
is why I didn't want to do this.
Like another complex.
So yeah, that was pretty funny.
But anyway, so yeah, that was a little insane.
So I was saying, we used to take the kids on family vacation. We used to go to Cabo all the time, and it was very hard for me to eat in another country. We used to rent a place there.
Not in
and
Greece though. You'll be eating feta every single day.
Not in Italy either. I was fine in
That's
Italy.
true.
Lived on fruits and vegetables. Had my first figs with Taylor in the supermarket with this little Italian lady, and Taylor said, "Don't look at it. It's not a pretty fruit. Just
Wait,
taste
I remember
it."
that.
Yes, and oh my God, I've been eating them since then.
And I was traveling around with a sopressata for Greg.
Yes, that's exactly what
I traveled around for 2 weeks in Italy holding a sopressata.
That's right. So we would go to this little Marquito, and I would get, you know, what was I eating at the time in my salads? Raisins, right? I would be able to get lettuce and throw raisins in there, and the oranges, the little orange slices.
Oh my God, you were obsessed with mandarin
right,
oranges.
mandarin oranges. And the only thing that I could drink was water, and I obviously don't like water. So I bought Sweet and Low, and I used to open up my water bottles and put Sweet and Low in it and shake it up, and that was the only way I could drink my water.
Wait, can I tell you something funny? I literally just told Greg this story about how I thought I was like so cool, and Taylor's gonna be laughing when she hears this. I thought I was so cool when I was younger because you taught me how to make lemonade at a restaurant. And I remember like telling the waiter when, you know, when they come around, they're like, "What do you want to drink?" And I was like, "I just need a water, a lemon, and a Sweet and Low." And I remember being like, "I'm gonna make lemonade with my sweet," I was like 7. "I'm gonna make lemonade with my Sweet and Low and my lemon." And I was just telling this to Greg because my kids are like obsessed with, I don't let them drink juice in the house, but when
You
we
usually
go.
cut it anyway.
Oh yeah. But when we go out to a restaurant, I let them have juice like mixed with water, but they're like obsessed with lemonade. So I was just telling this to Greg that I was like I thought I was so cool, like making my own lemonade. Also, I was using Sweet and Low as like a 7-year-old, which is like you're not allowed to do anymore. Christina wants to know, do you eat pasta?
No.
That's another texture thing though. It's not like a choice, right?
It's both. Like, I mean, I love ravioli. But
You
then-
do?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I'm finding out new things.
Yeah. So I love ravioli because,
Did anybody else know this? Paging my dad and Taylor.
but yeah, Dad knows because when he eats ravioli, he always, when he makes it, he saves 2 for me.
Taylor is doing God's work. She is in the comments debunking all the reasons why what you're doing is not healthy.
So I have to make a choice. I only want to eat certain things because I'm saving up those calories for the things that I actually can't stop eating. Should we disclose what those are?
Yeah, we haven't talked about the actual snacking.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk about that too. Because, like, I mean, you eat healthy things, but like you said,
There's no middle ground for me. It's healthy, and then there's
she's
sugar.
either combing the floor of her car for Skittles, or she's only eating yogurt for 2
that,
weeks.
right.
It's like,
So I definitely like sugar. Favorite candy.
all right, Taylor said ravioli is new information too.
Okay. So But think of how much willpower that takes. If I
Well, I had no idea you liked ravioli. Now we're all going to be
anything with
pushing
cheese.
ravioli on
Oh
you.
my God, I used to love baked ziti, ravioli.
Yeah, but I didn't think you liked the pasta. I thought you just ate the cheese off of it.
Well, this is what I used to do as a kid. It's gross. As a kid, my mother used to buy the frozen square raviolis.
Yeah,
which
you used to just eat the cheese out of it.
well, the square raviolis, I don't know if you remember, there's the little square part in the middle that's domed because the cheese is in it. And then I think these are the cheap raviolis from when I was a kid. And then it has it has a little frame around it, and the edges have little scallops. I used to I used to eat I used to tear off with my teeth the little square frame and spit it out and just eat.
So you don't really like the pasta, though?
I like it with the cheese.
Okay.
I like it with the cheese.
As long as I've known her, which is a pretty long time.
I don't eat it.
She's had like the cheese off of the baked ziti, or like, whatever, if there's something cheese in something, you're like scraping it off.
If I start eating it, food is an addiction.
I know.
If I start eating it, I'll start liking it. And I eat my stuff very bland. So
yeah, that's true.
Same thing with sauce. I don't eat sauces. The only thing I eat ketchup on are my eggs.
Yeah, that's true.
And all of those things also stain your teeth. And I have really, really sensitive teeth. So unlike, my husband's patients, I can't have my teeth whitened. So I have to be careful.
That's why she'd rather get the lines on the lips than the staining on the teeth. Because of that. I mean, it's true. She said, Christina said lasagna would be perfect for you.
No, there's meat in it.
Oh,
I make lasagna for my husband. That's like one of his favorite foods, like Garfield.
Okay, so we all right, so we talked about diet. Somebody said, I think it was Effie. Oh, Effie said, I'm eliminating yolks now.
Listen, they can do what you do. Sometimes don't you just put one yolk in? You'll make 3 eggs with 1 yolk.
Yeah, when I make eggs, I'm usually up to like 4. I usually eat 4 eggs.
I eat 5 egg whites.
4 egg whites and a yolk?
No, 3 egg whites.
No, I'm the other way around.
Okay.
I eat like 3 or 4 eggs, and then I like put an extra egg white in there just to be like dilute it a little bit, but I like the taste of eggs. I don't really like the taste of egg whites. It doesn't taste like anything to me. And I don't want to add salt and pepper and like seasoning if I don't have to.
I put cheese in there. It tastes amazing to me.
So I love eggs. You guys know this if you follow me on Instagram. I eat them like any and all ways. So I eat a lot of them too. So I would prefer to do like 3 eggs and 1 egg white, or 4 eggs and an egg white. So I eat a lot of it, but the yolk is what gives it the flavor for me.
What is the calories for an egg? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm not a calorie counter. That's like that. Like this is the kind of like, and you guys could probably speak to this too. Is like the discrepancy of like how you grew up versus. I mean, I grew up obviously in your house, so we grew up calorie counting.
My mother was always on a diet. I used to hear about. First of all, I lived in Brooklyn. I wasn't even in Westchester yet, and yet I knew about the Scarsdale diet doctor.
Well, I mean, everybody does now from like, what was it, HBO, right?
Well, because my mother was always on some kind of a diet.
Yeah. So there's been so many.
But she didn't work out. That's why. There was no gym then. Nobody.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody went to the gym, so that was the only way they could, try to slim down.
So I think the diet culture has shifted like a ton, which I think has worked in my favor because I don't like calorie counting. I like to eat what I like to eat and then, just try to minimize the damage. So I don't count calories as much as I'm like, this isn't really, like for me.
I don't count calories on my snacks. Isn't that funny? I only count them on my food.
Well, that's ridiculous.
I know. Think about it.
But I'm the same way. Like, I don't consider when I'm making the kids' lunch and I'm like eating half of the salami that I'm cutting up for Cooper, I'm not counting
That's why you need a dog.
As my, no, like I want to eat it.
Oh, okay.
So when I don't want to say I diet because I don't really ever diet, but when I like am cutting back, when I'm like focusing on like, Jenna, you're getting a little out of control, it's mostly because I'm eating the leftover stuff on the kids' plates and like snacking and stuff like that, not like sitting down to eat my meals. So I don't usually cut corners in the meals. I just make sure I hide vegetables and things, and I will like throw an egg white in, but I'm not really like crafting my meals around a specific diet, if that makes sense.
But I kind of do that. You don't usually see me dieting. You see me like...
No, you eat the same thing all the time.
And I kind of... But I also, I'm like you, I'm like, all right, I need to... If I feel like I've been doing a lot, I'm like, all right, listen, I'm a little out of control here. I need to cut back. And usually, if I'm out of control, it's usually because we've been going out to restaurants a lot,
Right.
and Dad's like, "Oh, we'll get
Spinach
an
and artichoke
appetizer,
dip French onion
hey,
soup.
let's get the eggplant rollatini." And
I
I'm
knew you
like-
were gonna say that. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, "All right, but I can eat that as a meal." No, we'll get that as an appetizer, or
Yeah.
French onion soup. In the winter, it's freezing. We'll get the French onion soup, and I'm like, "All right, we'll get the French onion soup." And also, in the Greek restaurant, the what is the soup that I usually get there? The barley soup, right? Is that what it is? It's like a mushroom barley soup,
Yeah, I don't know what that's called. Maybe Effie knows what it's called.
right? And I was always big on soups, but soup's also really high in sodium, and
I know that's my problem too.
Yeah.
We're actually getting out of winter, so I'm like getting away from it now, but I love to make soup, and that's one of the things that I cook like all the time because it's so easy to just like throw a bunch of vegetables in it. They're like so easy to make, but they are really high in sodium. So when I'm like trying to watch it, I basically am just watching sodium. Like,
and I've tried
Majority.
using the bouillon cubes, low in sodium.
yeah.
Oh my God, you
No.
can vomit from that.
Okay,
What
so
else
let's
do we
see. I'm trying to find somebody asked about your hair. Oh, okay. So, Effie, well, Ula said first we need a live with Greg for Father's Day so he can teach us how to build and
A
put out
pool?
tiles and build a house and a pool. I agree. He would never do it. I was like, well, we talked about when they were looking for new HGTV hosts. I was like, I have literally a gold mine. I have somebody who can build anything out of thin air.
Someone wanted to speak with him, remember?
Yeah, and then I have somebody who can design the crap out of it. So I'm like, these two together, plus the big personalities, and it would just be like HGTV gold. So if anybody is watching this who works for HGTV or any kind of like building show, I'm telling you, this is the duo that you want. Plus, they both look like models. So like, it's perfect for TV.
Greg can do anything. The only thing that he needs me for, whenever he has to pick a color for something, Jen, call your mom.
Oh my God, I know.
But the problem when Greg needs an answer, right? He's like, call your mom. Call your mom now,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And he'll ask us, we need to paint this room. Ask her what color we should paint it.
Yep.
I don't know, Greg. I'm not in the house. And just look at the chart.
He really is like,
Oh, okay, but I don't know what the lighting is in your house. It's a gray. Just pick out a gray.
and then he's like, I don't like it. Or he'll be like, we'll be like, what do you think? And then we're like sitting on pins and needles, and he'll be like, it's okay. And it's like, well, you didn't give us enough time to do it.
How about we were drawing on the bathroom wall?
I know, he's crazy. He really is crazy. All right, so everybody's saying they're getting hungry, so we should stop talking about the food.
Okay, yes.
But before we stop, Effie's saying to mix cottage cheese in with scrambled eggs. It's amazing,
that
high
doesn't sound
protein.
good.
It doesn't sound good, but I'm seeing this all over.
I used to love it with pineapple.
I'm seeing
oh my
this
God, it was
all
so
over
good.
Instagram, and so many people use cottage cheese. Katie Austin, you guys know I love her. She's always putting cottage cheese in things, and I just cannot get myself to do it.
I like cottage cheese. I love cottage cheese with sweet things.
Well,
I
maybe
would
we
cut
should
up
think about that.
cantaloupe, pineapple.
You need to add it back into your diet. I'll have to think about it.
Yeah, I could do that.
But Effie, did you see there's like a new thing where you like the cottage cheese goes in the pan with like oil underneath it and it fries like crispy on the bottom and it becomes like sort of like a cheese base, and then you put something like meat or whatever in it and you do like a cottage cheese roll up instead of using like lettuce or bread or something. And I was like, I would try this if I ate cottage cheese, but I don't. So
You know, I remember people who were dieting would tell me that they would make Italian food and they would use cottage cheese instead of ragut, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing
Yeah,
that. If
I
I'm going
know.
to have Italian food, I'm having the cheese.
yeah. Okay, so we got a lot of questions about your hair, which I knew we were going to. So let's transition to the hair because we're already an hour into the show,
Okay,
and
so what do
we've
you
only
need?
talked about one product.
Okay.
So first, I think in order to talk about your hair,
Okay.
let's go way back and really talk about your hair, because she has beautiful, gorgeous hair,
I have thick hair.
very thick hair.
It's only beautiful if it's got hair product in it.
So we're going to be talking a lot about her hair product. We have them all here for you. They're also linked on my Like to Know It in the description of this YouTube video, so you guys can go and check out all of the hair products. We linked everything there for you. We are going to be talking about them on this live. But yeah, I would say let's start basically because everyone's always talking about my hair. I'm always talking about my hair. The differences between. So I have very beautiful natural hair. Your hair is gorgeous, but you need to like work at it.
Right.
However,
I don't have wash and go hair. Jenna has
Right.
wash and go hair. She could,
Right.
we go on vacation. She can go in the pool, get her hair wet, wash it, and let it air dry, and it comes out like this.
pretty much. A little bit flatter, but pretty much.
When I wash my hair and I let it air dry with no product in it, it will be like, first of all, it will be wide.
Yep. And like coarse.
Yes, and it's even worse.
I wish we had
now.
a picture of that. I would put that up, but we
It's
don't.
even worse now with the bleach in it because I have bleach in it.
Right.
So I have to put product in it. And
So before we talk about the products that you use, let's talk about these pictures that we have up here. So tell us your ages. Tell us like, because look at all this hair, and you guys want to know where Juliet gets her ridiculously thick hair from.
the amount. Okay. But Greg does have thick hair too.
Greg does have thick hair, and Juliet definitely has my texture. Like it's very silky.
Yes.
But she has so much hair for a 2-year-old. And so how old are you in these pictures?
So in the first picture, the top one, I'm 3 months old.
Like 3 months old with all of that hair. Are you kidding me?
Yes, 3 months old. And the bottom picture, this is what I'm told. My mother said she put rollers in my hair to set it because my
Also,
hair
you
was
have
very
like clips
straight.
in it. Do you
Yes.
see it?
My hair was very straight. She wanted to give it a wave. And that picture, I remember the back is early November. That's what was written on the back. And my birthday's in January. So I was what, 10 months old?
10 months old? Oh my gosh. Do you guys see this? I hope you guys are seeing this because it's just like ridiculous. So that's more hair. So
And my eyes are still blue there. They haven't changed.
I like laugh because you guys know Juliet has a lot of hair. She was born like
and her hair's long.
Yeah.
Longer than yours and Taylor's was at this age.
Yes, and so Greg's cousin had his baby girl very similar, like a week or two apart from Juliet, and she has like half the amount of hair that Juliet has. So does everybody in Juliet's dance class. Like,
Well, that
she has
you guys too.
so much hair, but then like I look at that and like you even have bangs there. Like, look how thick your bangs are.
Yeah, look how crooked they are. My grandmother used to cut them.
But what I'm saying is like if you let that grow out, that would be even more hair.
Yes.
So like that's like as much hair as Juliet has now, and she's gonna be 3, right?
It's a photo.
I know it's hard to see.
I don't know.
But anyway, so Effie says, do you blow it out or do you just flat iron it? So let's talk about the process. I'll get your product. So you tell everybody about the process.
All right. So obviously my hair is one of my prized possessions. I always took care of it, and when I wash it, rather than blow dry it and adding more stress, because I have so much bleach in my hair, I want to put the least amount of stress on it as possible. So I don't blow it. I let it air dry by itself. But right after it's washed and I towel dry it, Jen is going to get my products. They're right here, Jen.
I know. I'm trying to get my phone charger first.
Okay. I put my products into my hair, and while it's wet, because it absorbs it. A lot of people make the mistake of not putting it in right away while your hair is wet, and then sometimes you could feel the product in your hair when it dries. So if you actually do it while it's wet, it gets absorbed. It's like your hair. Each piece of hair is like a straw. It gets sucked up into the hair follicles. So I put that in. I let it dry, and
Look at this bag.
It's really for wine. But
I was
going to
say it looks like a wine bag.
I actually use that to keep my flat iron in when I go to Olympia.
Okay, so the first product you use.
Okay, so I need to get all my products out. So the first
And these are all linked, like I said, on my Like to Know It in the description of this YouTube video. And let me just show you while she's looking for it, the way you can find all these links again, going on to my Like to Know It. They are all listed right here. So we have Moroccan oil cream, the Rusk spray for the flat iron, and then a bunch of other products here for you guys as well to see. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hair products here.
Listen, I have a lot of hair. It takes a lot to make it look like this.
Okay, so now we're gonna...
It's not your hair.
I'm gonna show you these pictures too.
Right.
I stole her photo album for this.
Those. So those pictures were taken I think it was 1981.
Like, look at that hair. And so what do you always say to people when they're like, oh, you had Farrah Fawcett hair?
I said, no, I have better than Farrah Fawcett hair.
She said Farrah Fawcett has my hair.
Yeah, I definitely, I mean, you could see how much hair I have there.
A ton of hair.
And that's, whatever you're seeing in the front, there's more of it in the back because most people don't. They pull everything to the front.
Yeah,
to take
I
a
do
photo.
that. I always split my hair.
Not me. I got
way.
this in the front and I got all this
That's
in the
true.
back.
You have a ton of hair in the back.
So first thing I do is towel dry my hair. I have a lot of hair again. What's the amounts that I use may not be the amounts
Let's
that
just
you
hold
would
it up
use.
to the camera so they can
Okay.
see. So this is the Moroccan styling cream. This is, hold on, it's finding my face. It's finding your face. Can you guys see that? There we go. Moroccan hydrating styling cream.
Yeah. So 3 squirts of each, and this is there's still hair on there.
I
This
use
is
this
the
one
Moroccan
too.
oil, right? So, at the very beginning, I used to use just this, but I find with the cream, I don't have to use as much of this. And I
So
just
what's the
split it
difference
up.
between the two?
This is more. This is oily,
Right.
and this is it's like a lotion. So
So is it more hydrating? Is that it?
I think so.
Mm.
I think so. And I don't when my hair dries, like I don't want to. I don't want to feel like chemicals.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to feel
agree.
hair, and a lot of times you feel chemicals
Right.
when you go to the hairdresser and they put stuff in. And my hair cutter knows not to put anything in my hair unless it's the stuff that I use.
Right.
So I put 3 pumps of each in my hair. I put it in between my fingers, and then I basically just use my fingers as a comb, and I put it through on the pieces. Then I take my wide tooth comb that I call the water comb, and I just comb that
Do you
through.
guys call that the water comb? Because we grew up calling it a water comb.
That's because I used to comb your hair in the shower with it.
Yeah, but is it
Or by
called
the
a water
pool.
comb?
No, I gave it that name.
Oh, okay.
So that's the first thing that I do. And then I have this stuff, which is amazing. And by the
Cindy
way,
wants to know, do you wash your hair daily?
we'll get to that after. None of this stuff smells bad. A lot of
No, it all smells
products-
really
yes.
good.
Um,
If you guys know Moroccan oil, it has that like distinct Moroccan oil smell. It's so good.
even this smells
Let me
good.
see. Oh yeah, it smells like so clean.
Fresh.
And fresh, yeah. This is like
So, I
finding
don't
my
know.
face. There we go. So that's the alpha
New
oil.
York. Yeah. So this I don't put through my hair. The only thing I use this for is the ends.
So that's what I use the Moroccan oil for, is the ends.
The Moroccan oil doesn't tie my ends are very thick. Your ends are thinner.
Yeah.
Like when you grab my hair, I have.
Right.
I mean, look at this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a lot.
So
of
I
hair.
put it on the ends, and it kind of keeps the hair together rather than have it frayed to come apart.
Oh.
You don't have to worry
No,
about
I don't
that.
have to
But
do
when
that. If
you
I
have
if
to
I
like
had the hair
me.
together, I'd have 2 things of hair like this, and that's it.
So so that goes on the ends, and this was Taylor's find, which is my latest find. So when Taylor told me about this, I was like, oh, I put so much in my hair already.
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
lot of
know."
product so far.
Right. So
How many products do you guys usually use on your hair? Because I'm thinking I use, and I thought I use a lot. Like I just wash my hair at the gym today,
that's
and I'm like
because
taking
I
all
don't
my
delete
things.
because I love my products.
Do you just keep adding?
I just keep adding.
Yeah, I use Moroccan oil, and then like a root lifter, and then
I
like
don't need any lifters.
and then I use just like a heat spray, and that's it.
Okay, so
All right, let's show everybody this one.
this stuff is amazing. This stuff, I put it on my hands, and I put it in the areas that are the most frayed from bleach. First of all, if you have overprocessed hair, like these front pieces here, I'll actually spray this in my hand first and put a lot of it on those pieces.
And it doesn't
Then-
feel oily?
Does this look oily to you?
No, but I'm just thinking if I did that.
So I take this, I put a few sprays here, in the back, on the side here, and then, oh, and I already told you in the front.
Yep.
And then I comb this through. This stuff is a smoother. This is what makes it feel like silk if you have coarse hair, which is what I do.
So I don't need that.
And the only other thing after
I'm
that,
curious, do you think these work for curly hair too? I mean, it's hard to tell because you don't have curly hair, but
I would say, well, they actually make some of these things for curly hair.
Oh, okay.
But if you have curly or wavy hair and you're looking to use a flat iron to make it straight, I highly recommend
Oh, yeah,
this.
true.
It will make it smooth. It won't look like, the chemically treated hair that looks like it has no body in it, like it's just
Yeah.
like the Brazilian.
Yes.
That what is it called?
Bra-
You know what I'm talking
Brazil,
about.
like a Brazilian straightening.
Is that what? Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I
Right?
forgot what, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
It
did
looks
that
like
in
it
high
has
school.
no body in
Yeah.
it. It just hangs. And then I use this, which is I prefer this one, the Rusk.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Shine Spray, and it's also for the heat, so it doesn't damage your hair.
Let me show everybody this one. So I use the Living Proof heat spray. It's not a
And-
shine spray, but I felt like with this shine spray in particular, because we used to
Did
obviously,
it make your
like-
hair flat?
Well, you used to use this one on us growing up, and I just felt like we used to use so much of it that I felt like sometimes my hair was oily. Like I'd have to wash it more often.
That's what Taylor felt. And then Yana is the one that brought it to her attention, which is the way I use it,
Mhm.
to put it on while your hair is wet.
Oh, I do that anyway because I blow it out. But yeah, that makes sense. I think we used to do it dry because we used to put it on before we flat iron. Like, can you
Right.
believe that I used to flat iron this hair? Why did I do that? Like, what's not straight about this hair? Because everything that you see that's not straight, I spent time making not
curl.
straight today.
That's like
So
me.
I don't know why I decided that flat ironing my hair was a good idea. But yeah, I literally took all the body out of it. I don't know why I did that. But I used to use that, and so now I feel like maybe if I use that instead for my blow drying, it would be fine. But I use the Living Proof heat protector.
So the best.
Yes, Robin, I'm reading your comments.
What?
So she's saying that she uses a curling cream too, and she said she uses 10. It's a 10 leave-in conditioner or Moroccan oil and then curling cream. So she uses the Moroccan oil also.
So sometimes I just.
Oh,
let it
I
dry.
didn't see that
Or what?
I thought she said she used a curling cream. I didn't see that you wrote M as Moroccan. Oh, so she's saying she uses the Moroccan. So she's like, are you reading my comments? Because I already said that they have this for curly hair.
Yeah, that's why
Yes,
I said
so
they do.
she said she uses the Moroccan curling cream for her curls because she has thick curls. And that everybody always asks what kind of perfume she has on because it smells so good.
Oh yeah, all of these. None of them are offensive. They all smell really fresh. So then I let my hair air dry because I don't want.
So you
to
put all
blow it.
those products in when your hair
And
is
I
wet.
just
Okay.
let it dry. Sometimes I put it in a French braid. But because my hair is really thick, it takes a long time to dry, which is why I wash it usually before I go to bed. I don't mind sleeping with my hair wet as long as it's in a French braid and it's not all over me or all over Brian.
Well, because it's probably easier too, because you don't care about the body in it. So
Yeah, no,
you're
I
getting
don't
it
care
flatter.
about. Yeah, I don't care. It would just dry straight, and
Right.
it would be in better condition than if I didn't put any product in it when
Right.
I let it dry. And then my prized.
Taylor and I bought this for another one for her just in case anything ever happened to it
That's right.
for her birthday this year.
Listen, the two things that I have the most duplicates of are my retainer for my teeth. I have one that's fixed in the inside of my mouth. I have a backup. I have a backup to the backup and a backup to that backup.
Did I tell you I couldn't wear my retainer when I had for 2 days while I had this like crazy strep situation
you have
because I
tongue?
felt like I was suffocating.
Oh, yeah, that
My
would
tongue
kill
was
me.
like so big and I actually had to sleep. I was getting a headache from wearing it. It was like insane, and I think that's the only time I've slept without my retainer that I can like think about in like my adult life.
I don't think I've ever slept without my retainer unless I forgot it and I was by somebody's house. And
Juliet calls it a batainer whenever I come in because my top one has like blue on it and then the bottom one is clear, and she's like, "Can I see your blue batainer?"
And the only other thing that I have backups to is my flat iron. So if I was stuck on an island, I would
With Greg.
basically give up. If I had a choice of one thing, it would definitely, well, it couldn't be just one. I would need it. It's a set, the hair products and this. But I would definitely give up the makeup for the hair products and my flat iron.
Really?
Because my
Okay.
hair would just be like unruly.
What about you guys? If you were stuck on an island and you needed one product.
Well, I'd also need eyebrow pencil because
I was gonna say,
basically...
well, that's too many products. I would 100% need eyebrow pencil. Like I would.
Yeah, but
like,
you have eyebrows. My eyebrows are so thin.
Well, now I wouldn't
They're
need
light,
it.
they're thin.
Depending on how long I was stuck on this island for, my tint might last. But no, I would definitely need eyebrow pencil. What do you guys think? Do you need what would you need? Because I'm all about the eyebrows. Effie said she loves keratis. I never know how to pronounce that.
It's probably made. It's some kind of keratin, right?
Yes. And then my grandmother, who was from Israel, gave me my curls. Well, there you go. And then Effie said, so no blow dry, just straight to the iron. Yeah, just air drying it and then straight
Air
to
drying it. The flat iron fuses.
I wish
it
we had
all
a picture
together.
of what you look like.
No one has a picture of what it looks like, but I can tell you right now, if any of you
We need it for posterity. Like
if any of you remember the old TV commercials when people were watching real TV,
yeah,
and they
R.I.P.
would show
real TV.
when they would show you for a hair product the before and after, I would look at the model for the before. That girl had your hair, and all they did was tease it to try to make it look like it was a mess. I have the before and after. I mean,
which is so funny because then, like now with hair commercials, I mean, you know this. I've been on like a million auditions for things, and I did one Head and Shoulders commercial, but before that, like I was auditioning for all of these hair commercials, and they never wanted my hair because they couldn't make it look like a before picture.
I went for an audition for a toothpaste ad. Do you remember
so did
that?
I.
Yeah, I went for an audition for a toothpaste ad, and every one of the women that I was sitting in the room with were like, "Oh my God, your teeth are amazing! You're the one they're gonna pick. They're gonna take your teeth and put it on."
That's what I thought
toothpaste.
too. Thanks, Oral B.
Yeah, Oral B.
Well,
Thanks.
for me,
right? So, was it? I think it was Rembrandt. Oh, that was the teeth bleaching, right? I already did the modeling for that. There was another toothpaste. I forget what it was. I can't remember it offhand. I didn't get it, and I couldn't wait. You know, you can't wait to see who the person is that they choose. One of her front teeth, one of the centrals, was crooked. It was overlapping the other two.
Yeah.
And then I said to Dad, "How could they pick her teeth over mine?" And he said,
they wanted her to be relatable.
Yes, exactly.
Which is the person who got my job. As if I'm not relatable. Am I not doing a show right now? Talking to all of you guys. But anyway, yes, the person who got my job, my job was also very relatable looking in the teeth and elsewhere. So, but anyway, so yeah, they never pick the people with the afters that you would want, right? Like it's always, something else. But anyway, so
they want something that looks realistic.
Right. You don't look realistic. Obviously. I mean, like we all know this does not look realistic. It's real, but it doesn't look realistic.
Apparently you said if I auditioned for something, they'd never hire me.
She was always like, oh, mommy, like mom and me stuff, like would always come through from my agents. And I'm like, yeah, I can't submit for that because she doesn't look like what my mom should look like.
She said, there's no place for you. If you let all of your hair turn gray.
Yeah, and cut it.
And actually you said, I bet you'd get a lot of work.
You would get a ton of work if you did. If you let your hair grow gray and you cut it, you would get a ton of work.
They keep using that same woman.
I know, because there's very little people who can do that.
She looks amazing.
Yeah, and listen, I was shooting baby ads for like with other people's babies for baby products when I was 20. And now that I actually have babies, I'm too old for it. So like that's just how the industry works. Which, by the way, leads me to I cannot wait to talk to you guys about this. I totally forgot. I just watched one of the best movies that I've seen in a long time. Have you guys seen The Idea of You? Have you heard of it?
I saw the promo for it.
Okay, it is so good.
That's new?
Yes, it's on Prime Video. If you guys have Prime Video, it's free. It's Anne Hathaway is like a 40-year-old woman, and it's based on a book, and she falls in love with a 20-year-old like pop star or a 24-year-old pop star. This movie is so good.
Who plays opposite her?
I'm gonna forget Nick Galzantine, something like that.
Who he is.
He is amazing in this movie. So is she. And what I loved about it is it's like a rom-com that we like to watch. Like they don't make rom-coms like this anymore. It was so good. The writing was so good. The cinematography was so good. The acting was so good. I love this movie. I cannot wait to watch it again. It was so good and just like such a feel-good movie because like one, we're all like adult women, so it's actually centered around an adult woman, and it just like Anne Hathaway looks amazing, maybe better than she's ever looked, and she's such a good actress. And it just like it just brought me back to like this is why I wanted to act, because I love rom-coms.
I know.
Like I just love them, and they don't make them anymore. And so I'm really happy that this movie came out and it's doing really well. So if you guys need something to watch, I highly highly recommend it. Let me know if you guys have seen it. Amy said she needs to watch it. She read the book. If you read the book, I've heard a lot of people don't like it because they think the ending is different, but I didn't read the book, so I'm not sure. Amy also said, can we bring sunscreen? Does sunscreen count to bring to the island? I mean, you're smarter than all of us because that's probably what you need when you go to an island, but no, it doesn't count. You need a beauty product. Okay, so Christina said, I am one of those that is afraid of the dentist, anxiety and all. Christina, spend like a day with my family. You will not be afraid of the dentist anymore. Dentists up the wazoo in this family. We are all about the dentist. I actually have a cleaning that I'm very, very much looking forward to next week. So I was like, I forgot about it. And I'm like, yes, I just got a call for a confirmation. I'm like, yay.
I can tell you
We love
that
the dentist.
the dentists in our family, their hands are so gentle. I mean, Taylor has small hands,
Taylor has very small hands.
but her technique is also
I have
very
not
gentle.
had her hands in my mouth.
But
so I'm not
Dad's
sure.
hands are enormous, and yet
Dad's hands are huge.
he's, for some reason,
Yep.
he's able to be really gentle.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be going to the wrong dentist.
That's true.
Although our dentists are specialists, they're orthodontists. So
Right.
if you need Invisalign or you need braces
Or teeth whitening.
or teeth whitening, they
And
do
you're
that
in the New York
office.
area.
Yes.
Fit Orthodontics. Anyway, so do you want to talk a little bit about this before we move on?
So the flat iron is what fuses everything together and makes everything look nice and smooth. And what I use it for is not to straighten my hair, because God knows I have straight hair. I use it to style it so that everything comes this way, and it's very methodical.
It's all like rolled under.
Yes, yes. It doesn't have as much body as this. This is actually from me sleeping with it on top of my head, or working out that way. If any of you have seen me at the gym,
So this is it's like catching.
and I use the wide one.
Right. So this
Because
is
I
the
have a lot of hair.
so there are a couple of different ones. This is the Babyless
Yes.
Pro Nano Titanium. It's 1 3/4 inch.
Which is wide, and a lot of people don't get the wide one because they feel like they can't control it to make the curl. Like Taylor, sometimes when she wears her, she also has straight hair, but she also wears her hair like everybody wears
Like
their hair,
like
the
wavy,
curly but
yeah.
straight on top and the wavy bottom. She said you can't use the wide one to make those curls, those waves, but she is able to do it with a thinner one. So it does come in a 1 inch. It comes in a 1.5. I happen to like the 1 3/4 inch because I can put a lot of hair at one time and finish up the styling in a quicker amount of time. I did forget to tell you that when I wash my hair, once I do the washing and then I do the conditioning, and all this is in, hot water, warm water, warm to hot water. The last thing I do after all of the soap is out, I always do a cool rinse. Very important.
Interesting.
A lot of people don't do that. What happens is your hair opens up this way in the hot water. And then once you put the conditioner in your hair, after you wash it, the cold water brings it together.
Is that true?
Yes.
Like the science of it?
Yep.
Huh, did you guys know that? I never knew that.
It
I mean, I
gets
know
the
when
moisture
you
back
when
into
you
your
blow
hair.
dry your hair, I always do like a cool shot at the end of me doing it. So I wonder if it's the same sort
The
of
cool
mentality.
shot really is to I don't want to say to make it permanent because nothing is permanent,
Yeah.
but it's
to
when
hold it.
it holds it. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So so cool water actually softens your hair, and it
Oh,
dries
Effie
better.
said try the GHD straightener. It's a game changer. So when this one conks out,
Effie, I'm sure it is, but I'm loyal. You know me. I'm stuck in my box.
Oh, she does the cold rinse too.
Oh, see that?
And Cindy said she's gonna have to watch the re-recording because she's going to bed. I know we are getting up to 10:30, so
Okay.
why don't we're still talking about your hair? So why don't we get this
Okay.
last hair product? That's not an actual product, but
This isn't just for hair. This is for your face. If you guys don't have this, you're missing out.
it looks like a file folder, but it's not. It is. Can I open it?
Yes.
Show everybody.
So I'm sure you guys are on Instagram all the time, and you get all of the advertisements for what's the name of that pillowcase? That Bliss? Is that it?
I think so.
It's called Bliss, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
expensive.
They also have hair scrunchies, I think. Sorry, I should have
So
taken this
if
out.
you know anything about a silk pillowcase,
Really
if-
good for your hair and your skin, and like not breaking out and like keeping that in check, and also not ripping out your hair. Silk pillowcases are the way to go, and
they're not all created equal.
No, I had one. Greg actually still uses it, but I slept with mine all the time, and then she was like, "This is doing nothing for you."
Right. First of all, it's not silk. The one that you have is satin.
Okay, well,
Satin is not silk, and then there are regular silk.
and I thought it was fine
pillowcases.
because it's still like slippery, so it will like my hair will slip off of it, but
It has to do with, they're called mums, MOMMES. And apparently anywhere between 21 and 28 mums is the right amount, which will actually nourish your skin and your hair. And I'm reading all of this and I'm like, I don't know if I'm believing
she's so
this.
scientific about everything. Like we're getting to the science portion of tonight.
Listen, when you get to be my age, you have to really look into things because you don't want the gimmicks.
No, that's true.
So, this is, it's mulberry silk. That's what it is. So the mulberry silkworms are the ones that you want the silk from.
Silkworms?
That's where you think silk comes from.
I know, but it just sounds like awful.
Anyway, 21 to 28 are the right amount. And if you look on Amazon and you try to get something cheaper, believe me, I've tried. If you ask on it, how many mums are these? The question comes back is, the manufacturer doesn't say. You're not going to get that one. So you have to make sure, and this one has 22. And I have to tell you, I sleep with my hair up all the time. And on top of my head, that's
You guys have
how
seen
I set it.
the hairstyle.
Right. And that's how I work out, and I go to the gym that way. If you guys have seen me working out with Jenna. In the summer, I walk around with Cooper that way as well.
No shame.
Right. But I always wear my hair up, and my hair is cut so that the pieces underneath are shorter than the ones on the outside, which gives it that, that undercut so that it goes under. So anyway, when it goes on top of my head, sometimes the little pieces I'd wake up in the morning fall out
Right.
of the band.
Right.
When I sleep with this pillowcase, they all stay in, which
Stop,
means
really?
that the regular pillowcase is pulling on my hair.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Which means this is not pulling on my hair.
Interesting. Okay.
So that was a game changer for me. My hair, there are no little pieces falling down. The way I put it up is the way I wake up with it in the morning.
Interesting.
And it stays cool.
So this is...
And they come in a million colors.
This is linked also. So it says it retains hydrated skin, reduces wrinkles and face creases, naturally cooling and soothing. And so you are a big proponent of this. So she actually bought an extra one so
I'm
she
going
has
to be
one at my
leaving it
house.
here. Yes.
That's why it's in this package.
Yes, so that you can see the package. The other thing is answer to the question that was asked before, which I wanted to save for last. How often do I wash my hair?
Oh yeah.
So I dread washing my hair because it's a whole production. I wash it, got to put the stuff in it, got to let it dry. But I can leave my hair because I wear it on top of my head at night and while I'm working out when I'm sweating. I can leave my hair anywhere from 7 to 10 days before I wash it again.
That's
and I
crazy.
know that you guys don't believe that. But if you guys like the way my hair looks right now,
When was the last time you washed it? I can't even say.
tomorrow is day 9.
Day 9?
I was going to wash it last night and I said, no, I'm going to freak them out by telling them.
Okay, so I washed my hair today because I was like, her hair is going to look great. And my hair was like on the cusp. And I think I washed it like a week ago. I try to go a week with my hair. Sometimes it's like, it gets to like 6 days. But I also, that's why I'm always wearing it up too, because it just gets oily when it's down. But
Well, yeah, when you work out, you get the oils in your scalp.
well,
and
not
stuff.
even when you're working out. Like when I'm just like living life, if I'm just wearing my hair down like this, it just gets flat, and then flat hair gets oily.
Well, if it's humid outside, if it's the summer and it's humid outside and no one's seeing me in it, or if I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking, there's no reason for me to have my hair out
Right.
like this. First of all, it's going to end up in the food.
Yeah,
So
I just think it's
put
annoying.
it on top of my head. But yeah, so it buys
all
me
right.
some time.
So we are headed to the end. We have some other things we can talk about quickly, or we can just call it because, well, let's just talk about them quickly because we're here. So you don't have to change.
Okay.
But let's just talk about the things you have. So the three other things, right, are
Yes.
kind of like I was gonna say a 1-2 punch, but it's like a 1-2-3 punch. So she
'Cause they
brought
kind of all go
her,
together.
yeah, she brought her favorite workout hoodie and workout leggings, which we've talked about before on the live, so we don't have to talk about that, but they're already linked. They're from actually it's all from Amazon. And then the sneakers. So why don't you grab them and just talk a little bit about your favorite
Okay.
things. And I'll show everybody this picture while you're gone. So she shows me this
picture are you
picture the other
showing?
day, and it literally, I was like,
picture?
this outfit is in style now. Like that, I would wear. I'm going to wear that. Literally going to
Can
wear
you
that.
see that the sides of the pants are open?
I can't, but I can see that they're
They're
knotted on the
slit
bottom.
and they tie on the bottom.
Like, look at that picture. And then I was like, this is in style. She's wearing like the bandeau bathing suit, the like button down shirt, the like jogger pants. And then what did you say to me?
What?
And then she was like, and stilettos to the beach.
Oh yeah.
First of all, you were going to the beach like that. Second of all, you were wearing stilettos to the
I was going to the beach with Dad.
who wears stilettos to the beach? Like, this is the person that we're dealing with. So I was like complimenting, like, yeah, this is in style now. Everybody
You
wears
can't
this.
walk on the sand in it, so you're gonna take them off anyway. But I have to get out of the car
And then
walk
she's like,
to the
yeah, and
beach."
stilettos. I'm like, no, nobody does that. Literally no one. And nobody did it back then either. I guarantee you nobody did it back then.
Yeah, they did.
I don't think so.
I did.
Okay, so anyway.
I was trying to impress my husband.
Well, it worked. All right, so these are her favorite sneakers. You guys know I'm obsessed with my Kissick sneakers. We talked about that on my live. Right. So she had to try to one-up me, but it didn't work. And these are her favorite sneakers.
These are my bluefish.
This
So
is her.
If I'm going to be in flat shoes, it needs to have a certain look. It's clean, it's cute, and it looks good when it's on.
So I actually found them on Amazon. I think they're like 30.
That's where I got them.
I think they're like $30 to $35.
No laces.
So really comfortable, easy to wear, and obviously less expensive than the Kissicks that I wear.
Absolutely. And so comfortable. And they look so cute. Even my husband likes them.
They do look really cute, and they'll be going to Greece with her as well. So
Yes.
if you guys need just like a cute white sneaker, we all like, they're not a slip-on because you can't just like slip your foot into it, but
It
there's
is a
no
slip-on.
No, it's not, because you still have to like get your heel in it.
Oh, they're not like the sneakers that I bought her that you
Right.
actually just, how many shoes with backs can you do that
I
with?
know, you can't.
Those are
It's
the only ones, right.
So these are no laces. They're super cute, and like I said, I think they're like $30 to $34, something like that, on Amazon. Dad said it definitely worked. The stilettos. My mom wore stilettos on the soccer field, Jenna. LOL, they did wear them.
See that?
That is so funny. Okay, so these are linked
I
as
used
well.
to wear mine on the boardwalk.
How do you wear?
Worse, I learned quickly that you can't, unless the boards go the long way, you cannot. And the other thing is the grading in Manhattan.
Like, okay, so you looked good, but then you were also like this. Like, that's not
No,
cute.
I just didn't go to the boardwalk anymore.
Okay, well, whatever.
You
All
need
right.
sneakers like that.
So this is
Great find. This is part of my workout every single day.
This is her favorite thing. If we had more time, she would try this on for you.
It's a hoodie.
It's actually, I can just throw it on quickly.
Okay.
Because I'm used to changing really fast. But you can tell everybody why you like it while I...
The pocket situation. Outside pockets and the inside, there are two inside deep pockets. So I actually can keep my phone inside, not the kind of pockets that when you bend over to tie your shoes that your phone is going to slip out of, or your pods. I can keep them in the inside, even my keys.
Oh, yeah, I do like
It's
this.
form-fitting. It looks good
Let me just
when
put
you're
this
working out. And, you know, you really don't have to be a pro at what you're doing. but you'll go the extra mile if you look good doing it.
I always like to wear nice workout clothes. You guys know I don't skimp on my workout
See how
clothes.
nice and fitted it is?
But yeah, it's very nice and fitted. What size is this? An extra small?
I don't remember.
I think you usually get an extra small.
Probably. I have narrow shoulders.
It is super stretchy, but I'd probably want a size bigger just because it is like pretty tight in here.
But you're also wearing it on top of jeans. When I'm wearing it on top of leggings,
Right.
it's flatter.
Right. It has the thumb holes that I love.
I know.
And it comes in like a million colors, and it's like such a good price. What was this like? Let me just see on the screen share. Hang on.
But I do not go to the gym without them. I have them in like every color that they have it in. Plus,
So
I'm always cold at the gym.
this is $35.99, and look at all the colors that it comes in. Like so many colors. I love things that go over workout clothes just because like I'm always cold as soon as I get there, or like I have to do a school drop off and then like I'm getting to the gym, so I always like an outer layer. But like she said, you can work out in this if you want to as well. And it has the outside pockets too. And then
And the inside pockets, did you see them?
yeah, but I'm not wearing a shirt
Oh,
underneath here,
okay.
so I'm not gonna unzip this right now.
Well, the
although
other
it
thing
is
is-
unzipping.
I love the hoodie because sometimes you're running from the car to the gym and the weather's not
That's
so
true.
great.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I throw it on. And then if I'm doing mat work, if you're on all fours doing mat work and you have a hoodie on, sometimes it gets in the way because it
Yeah.
falls foot. All you do, it's because it's so thin, is roll it
Tuck
up
it in.
and you tuck it under.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So
And then
the
the
favorite
leggings
workout pants.
because they have the pocket on the outside,
Yes.
right? Okay,
And
so
they're high waisted and they're buttery soft and it comes 2 in a package.
yeah, 2 in a package for also I think $30. So
Can't get better than that.
I mean, you're talking about 2 pairs of leggings, $30. They have the outside pockets. They're super soft. I've talked about them before on my live. I have the brand that's a little bit more compression. These are the butter ones, and so these are linked as well.
They do have tummy
Yes.
support in it.
Yeah, so
And
really
when you
comfortable.
bend over, you can't see through it.
Well, that's always the best at the
Yes.
gym. And then I thought we had one. Did we have another thing for the gym?
No, I have them in the other color. I actually have these.
Well, we didn't even get a chance to talk about skin. I know a lot of people wanted to talk about your skincare routine, so we're just gonna have to have you back again because I know that's gonna be like a whole other talking point. But we did bring your most used skin product, which is the L'Oreal
it's simple.
Genifique, because it is super simple. You put this on before your moisturizer.
Well, you can tell them you use it too.
Yes, I use it because of her. So I wash my face. I put this on. It comes with like a one of these like
It's a
dropper
serum.
applicators. Juliet says it's a serum. And it goes on. You just like I dot one here, and on my neck, and I just kind of like blot it all in, and then put the moisturizer on. And
That's the best part of it.
I
That
learned
you don't
from her.
need a lot of it.
right. So this is the bigger one because I use like a tub.
And
they
we have
also
different
sell-
skin.
Right. Oily skin, dry skin, and it works for both of us.
Right.
So I started using this now that I'm an adult woman. And yeah, so I would say this is your number
She's
one.
an adult woman. What does that make me?
A mature woman, right?
Right.
So number one skin product, but we'll talk about skin another time when we have you back on because I know that's like a whole other thing. Do the leggings roll down? Effie wants to know.
No, they don't roll down. I think it's because it's high waisted and there's a seam. It's a wide band.
Yep. Effie, the hoodie is from Amazon, and the leggings do not roll down. Robin said you look like Sandy with the picture that I posted with me and you.
When I made my hair curly.
Yes.
I had to
you had the
explain
black
to
top
Jenna
on.
that was the early '90s.
No, my dance recital picture.
Yeah, it was the late '80s, early '90s. It was Kim Basinger. Remember I showed you
Yes,
the picture? It was on
yeah.
the cover of Cosmo, and I loved her hair. It was a mane of just wavy, curly, blonde hair, and it looked like they used to call it like the wake up hair. You know that you.
Yeah, like, I woke up like this.
Right, exactly. And I was like, I want that, but I have straight hair. So I decided that because I couldn't get a perm, which eventually I did. They came out with a blonde perm later on. If you
Oh, you couldn't get a perm when you were blonde?
No, because
Oh.
your hair would snap off.
Oh, I
But
didn't know that.
but when I was pregnant with Taylor, that's when they came out with the blonde perm. So that was really real curls in my hair. But the ones went at your dance recital, I used to take what do you call those clips? Like the clips we use, but they're long ones. They almost look
Like a banana
like
clip.
no, they almost look like what you use for for the bags, like a chip clip.
Yeah.
Do you remember they used to have long ones like that? I still have them.
Yes, I had them too.
It looks like people have it on a notepad,
Yeah.
like that kind of clip. I used to buy them in bulk. And then what I used to do is I would put, it was Paul Mitchell, the setting stuff that goes on wet, and then it sets and freeze and shine with it. I'd
So
spray
you like
it,
crimped it essentially.
and then I would push my hair up a little bit.
So
and
you
then
literally were crimping it before there was a crimper.
I would put the clip there. Then I'd push up a little bit here, and I'd put another clip over here, and eventually I made the.
And you know they now sell crimping irons.
They didn't have that then.
Well, I'm saying they made your life a lot
very
easier
creative
now.
on my part. I managed to do it.
All right, guys. Well, that was our live. We actually got through all of your picks. Also, everything that she's wearing, well, her shirt, and everything that I was wearing is linked as well on the Like to Know It, just in case you guys are interested. Remember that you can find all the items that are linked on the description of the YouTube video and also on my jena'spicks.com website, as well as the belt. Can you stand up so everybody can see the belt? She opted for the brown one today.
Could have gone with the black one, but
also could have gone with the ivory one with your shoes.
Yeah, I guess. This is like my go-to, really. It used to be black that I used to wear constantly, but I kind of like the separation, and I love this color on blue.
Yeah, I think that looks good too. So yeah, everything is linked there. If you guys are looking for the JENA'S Picks belt, if you don't have yours or you need another color, JENA'SPicks.com, you can search that out. And then, of course, like I said, everything is linked in the Like Note. Please use my links if you're interested in any of these items. Even if you're not interested in this item, if you like the hoodie and you go to Amazon and then you're like, actually, I don't want that, but I want the leggings. As long as you click on the link, it still
no
works.
Extra cost to you, and Jenna gets the credit.
Right. So as long as you're using the link to get there, it doesn't matter what you buy as long as you use the link to get there. So I know I got a lot of questions about that. I want to buy a different pair of jeans. Will you still get the credit? Yes, as long as you use the link to get to the website. So thank you very much for using the links and for being here for this live.
And happy Mother's
Day to everybody who is celebrating, to everybody's moms, friends, sisters, all the women in your lives, all the important women in your lives, and happy Mother's Day to you too.
Thank you.
All right, I will see you guys next week. It's going to be my last week before Italy, and because I took last week off because I was literally like in bed, sick as a dog, we only have one day to try on some vacation looks. So next week is going to be some vacation looks. Tell me what I need to pack for Italy, and then it will. I was going to say sayonara, but how do you say that?
I won't be here. Actually, I won't be here. So I'll be.
Oh yeah.
Like everybody else,
You'll be watching.
I'll be watching.
I was going to say
I'm coming on the weekends.
Sayonara, adios. I
ciao.
Don't know. Ciao. Oh, ciao. Yeah, ciao. Okay. So happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Thank you for having me. Good to talk to all of you.
We will see you guys on the other side.
Bye.